Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to another E3 Day 2 presentation or overview of, well, this time it's going to be Ubisoft's, and then I'm going to do PlayStation as a separate one, because I feel like I probably should do that, because I have done it for the Xbox One, so why not do it for both of them? So let's start off with Ubisoft's, and let's start off with what they started off with was Just Dance. It looked like I was on drugs from that point. I literally don't know what happened in this. I don't know. It looked like I went to hell and back. Jesus Christ. It looked terrible. I don't know why they're still doing Just Dance games. I don't think they sell that much anymore, so I really don't know why they did that. This video is going to be quite small from what it is. As well, remember to comment down below what your favourite Ubisoft game is from what they actually released. So yeah, and then after the Just Dance type of thing, they went to serious. I don't think they know how to do mood swings. They went from looking like it's high to going to cocaine, which, you know, kind of the same thing. So then they went to Wildlands, which is kind of like a cartel type game now, based in Bolivia, which I would have thought it would have been like a giant island instead, but it seems like they're not going for the giant island look of it. But it doesn't really matter, because it's coming out March 7th. It's very close in that way. It's a different type of game to come out at that type of the season. It's better than having it all come out in November, so I'm fine with that one. And then it feels a lot more like a full-on heist type of thing. So in like the GTA heist, you used to be able to just plan it out, go which type you want to do first, and do that type of stuff. In this, you just have the options of doing every single thing anytime, so you can go and, well, you can actually play it single player, or you can play it with mates, you can play it 4 player, or you can play it 1 player. It doesn't really matter. It's not one of those games that you don't have to play it with people. You can play it single player, but it feels like it's probably better to play it co-op. But it's one of those games where you just go ahead and you go and just investigate stuff, you go and get intel, and then you go and track down and kill these cartel members. And it seems like there's going to be like a season pass to it, which I'm fine with that, and it probably brings in more contracts and stuff like that, and then like better cartel things, because they're going into like cocaine and stuff like that. I'm not quite sure, but it seems like it's a very good thing, because in the presentation itself, they actually had like a hitman on a Breaking Bad type person, which, you know, references and stuff like that. I would have thought that they would have done a science bitch reference in there, but they didn't, and I wish they would have, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Then they went on to South Park: The Fractured Butthole. That's what it was called. It looked okay, but it seemed like the humor was a little bit forced upon. Like, compared to the Stick of Truth, it was kind of a forced on opinions and stuff like that. A kind of forced humor, instead of just it randomly has this type of humor that South Park always has. It's coming out like December 6th. And yeah, it looks okay, even though they did say like coon quite a bit. They did say it quite a bit, and there was like a coon holding cell and stuff like that. And then they put some digs into like Marvel and DC about having like a superhero thing. It's a superhero game. I forgot to say that one. It's a superhero game where it's still like an RPG style type thing, where you just decide what type of character you want to be. I think there's like a dozen type of characters, maybe over a dozen. They only showed off like 3 of them. They only picked the Flash type of thing, which it kind of went off that kind of role. Well, they all had like different types of styles of fighting and stuff like that. So it's kind of, it looks okay. It looks okay. And, you know, there's like a deal with it as well. If you do pre-order the Fractured Butthole, you do get the Stick of Truth free on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, or PC. So that's a pretty good thing to have. Now we go on to the Division stuff, the DLC for the Division. There's the Underground DLC, which is coming out June 28th. And in the Underground DLC, you actually get randomly map-generated missions. So it's probably something that they should have had in the first place. But it's good that they've got it, and it looks okay. And as well, they did announce the next one, which is called Survival. They've shown like a little teaser trailer, which it looks like somebody's got like a giant juggernaut type thing. They've got like 3 Isaacs, which are like the software thing that all the agents use. He's got like 3 Isaacs on his arm. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's like a rogue agent, or if he's like somebody who's just been going around and just killing everybody, but he's going to be like a boss fight type person. It's going to be like another incursion raid type thing. that you're gonna have to do. But it'll be pretty fun to play. If anything, I'll reinstall Division, see how it is for the DLC. I haven't played any of the new stuff, just in case my character got deleted. I didn't want to chance it, so I didn't want to play it. But then we go on to the VR stuff. Oh god, the VR stuff for Ubisoft looked terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. Even though, yeah, it looked okay, just with the eagle flight type thing, the concept of it was okay. But the motion sickness would be stupid, because it was so fast. It was so fast, I couldn't keep track of it. And why the hell are eagles firing, is it eggs at them to get a hair and just score goals? It's like a football eagle sky thing where they go through Paris, and it didn't look good at all. Like, it probably needed a lot more detail than anything like that. And then they announced the Star Trek VR, which is stupid, really. I don't know why they actually have that as a thing. I don't know. It was a weird thing to have, just to have it as a VR. You could just have it as a normal thing. I know that phones have got this like a ship type control commander thing, whatever the hell it is. But to have it as a VR type thing, where you have to have 4 people as a VR, and just have one's captain, one as engineer, and one as whatever the hell it is, and you just go between like shields and stuff like that, it's kind of weird. But then we go on to something that I'm actually interested in, which is For Honor, which For Honor actually comes out on Valentine's Day. So yeah, February 14th. I forgot what Valentine's Day is. But it's a game where it has a single player campaign. At first it looked like a really bad spin-off of Chivalry, but now it kind of shows off a little bit more of the combat, and it looks a little bit more of a different times Rise Son of Rome, which I find that interesting. And since in the actual campaign, I think there's like 3 different types of characters that you can go for. So you can go for the Samurai campaign, or you can go for the Viking campaign, or you can go for the Crusaders campaign. Either one of those, they go for different missions and stuff like that. So maybe you go against different types of things, and probably at the end you just go and you have to fight one of them. So you got like a rivalry between. I'm not quite sure yet, but the combat seems a lot better than that. But it seems like there's only a certain amount of enemies that you can actually kill with different types of methods. The rest of them are like little grunts, especially in the Viking, the showcase that they did. The grunts that they just were there, they just didn't put up an effort. They just literally were just bat away type things that you didn't even have to fight them. You could literally run straight past them, and you don't even have to do anything about it. So For Honor is something it's a little bit different, so I want to see it as something. I know the trailer was a little bit weird, and it's just they had about, they could make peace, but instead, no, they fighted between it. So that's something different. But then they had a game which I didn't even know about last year called, I think it was Grow Home, I think it was called, where they had like a little robot bud type thing. That's what his name is. And then they're making a new game now called Grow Up. Doesn't look quite good. I really don't know what it is. It's something a little bit, I don't know, weird. There's no circles. It's more of a like a polygon type thing where you just connect stuff together, just little shapes put together, and it's something a little bit different. I think it's supposed to be like a mix-up of like Little Big Planet, but I'm not quite sure. And then it got to something where I thought I went to complete hell again, where they announced, well, the creators of Trials and the creators of Blood Dragon, Far Cry Blood Dragon, are both making a game together, which is called Trials of the Blood Dragon, which I think it's a DLC for Trials Fusion. I think so. So I really don't know, where you could literally have a guy with no bike and you just have a machine gun and you just shoot stuff. I freaking don't know. You just go across the track and just shoot people. It's like a shoot many robots type thing that they had, like a showcase. And then they have a part where you just go along and you're firing a machine gun whilst you're on a bike as you're doing a flip and you destroy a helicopter. I do not know. It's gone crazy. And I think since Blood Dragon and then Dead Rising 3 have both brung out these 2 DLCs, they can do whatever the hell they want with DLCs anymore. They can make them stupid as hell. But I really don't know what it is. It's just confusing. Ubisoft's altogether was confusing. It seemed they don't know how to set the mood, I don't think. Because they went from really high to really serious, and then they went from funny to serious again, which they don't know how to kind of do it all at the same time. But then the next game, I know that Ubisoft actually had like 10 games. 9 if you mind the Just Dance, which I would, but you know. But then next game, the 8th game or the 9th game, is Watch Dogs 2, which is something a little bit different. I never played Watch Dogs 1, and this one, it seems like it's a lot more friendly as towards people who have never played Watch Dogs 1, and it kind of works towards making it better than Watch Dogs 1. Watch Dogs 2 allows you to hack anything. You have 2 types of drones. You have a quad chopper type thing, and then you have a one that can actually hack stuff. It's on the floor and you just jump and you can hack stuff with it. You can zap people as well. And then your melee attack is a rope with a pool ball on it, so that's kind of a hard hitting weapon. And you have like a taser, so literally you can hack anything. When the first one, I think it was, you can only hack specific people, but in this one you can literally hack anybody, and you can do whatever the hell you want. You can hack somebody's phone, you can hack somebody's car where it just zooms off and you just distract them with that. So it's something a little bit different. It's set in San Francisco, so it's a different setting towards, I think it was a Chicago setting in Watch Dogs 1. But with this one, it's a little bit more vibrant, it's a little bit more out there, and since it's like that, I might pick it up. I might see what it's like, but I don't think I'm gonna get it like straight away. I didn't see a release date for it, so I don't know. But then the last game is their new IP, which I thought, you know, it was gonna be like an RPG style type game. They've never really made one before. Nope, nothing near that. Nowhere near that. It's another open world game, of course. I would have really should have thought about that, but it's from the makers who made the multiplayer for Assassin's Creed and the multiplayer for another game. I forgot what it was, but they made the multiplayer for those 2 games, and they're going to make a snowboarding or winter type of sports adventure type open world game. So it's called Steep, and you can go in a wingsuit, you can go on your skis, you can snowboard, you can parachute, and you can do like challenges, even though, yeah, it looks kind of like Skate, but it's not a Skate game. Like, it doesn't look as fun as Skate, even though, yeah, it looks kind of good, and yes, you'll be able to crash, and it looks better in crash mode and stuff like that, but it's not a Skate game. It's not going to pass as a Skate game, and I'm not going to pick it up just because people think that it's going to look like a Skate game. So yeah, I'm going to buy it. Why not? No, I'm going to wait until Skate 4 comes out. If EA never creates a Skate 4, somebody will make a Skate 4 or a Skate 4 type game. Somebody will make that eventually. So that was the Ubisoft conference in general, an overview of it. I probably should have done it right after the conference itself, but the conference finished at 10:30, so I didn't want to talk that loud at 10:30 in the morning, at night I mean. So yeah, that was the conference. It kind of was all over the place, I would say, especially from the start to the middle parts and stuff like that, where they've just messed up the line and everything like that. And I know that, yes, they did show a little bit of the AC movie, but you know, Aisha Taylor, I don't know why they still got her as that. Everybody hates her, really. Everybody hates her. She just makes too many memes. That's all what Ubisoft tries to do, is just make so many memes. So I don't know, but hope you guys enjoyed this. That was day 2 of the Ubisoft one, and then the one after this is going to be the PlayStation one. All these are going to go out on the same day. I'm going to have 4 videos out on one day, and then on Thursday I'm going to have my top 5 games of E3 in general. So hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in the next video. So peace out.